Alright, so we're back.
I'm back. Did you go to hell?
I don't know what.
You didn't go to hell and you're coming back.
You went to where I came back, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so I can go again.
So, Orezi, there's this debate.
Debate is what? How did you say it at the same time? Hey, God.
So, Orezi.
Panel objective. My argument time people. With these few points of mine, my co-debaters and my fellow audience.
There's this friend of mine. He was asking me about having a flatmate. Obviously, I don't have a flatmate. So I told him I don't know.
Have you always lived alone?
I've not always lived alone.
Okay.
But the one time I had a flatmate, I regretted it. I regretted it. So I don't know. I don't see any need to have it. Well, there might be some advantages and there might be some disadvantages.
Yeah.
But the advantages outweighs the disadvantages.
Advantages of what? Not having
A flatmate.
Nah.
So do you like to have a flatmate?
As a young adult, yeah. As a young adult coming up, personally, I think it's cool if you share an apartment with somebody very, very close. A close
Most
friend.
of the time, self is even those close friends that we show.
I think it's a function of how it's a function of the kind of relationship you have with the person, because I can't just open my personal space to strangers, yeah. But then again, back then in school, yeah, I think I had some flatmates that, as the point of sharing the apartments, were strangers. They came in as strangers and we ended up being, I think, the best of friends. Yeah, so there is that. But I think I've lived alone. I've had flatmates, and I would say I prefer having a flatmate. You know, because it's like you're getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You have your space, which is your room and all of that, and you have like the communal living room and every other space.
When I mean having a flatmate both of it might just be a single room with a parlor, and then both of you are staying in the same room.
No, that's a flatmate. That's a roommate. I don't want a roommate.
Okay, no, you don't want a roommate.
I want a flatmate. You know, he has
his own room. But most times I just see it as I don't like having flatmates. Not that I don't like. I just
boring.
It doesn't get boring.
There's no community. Like,
see, if you cannot spend time alone by yourself, you have a problem.
Obviously you can spend. That is why I said it is the best. It is the best of both worlds. If you want your alone time, you go in your room and have your alone time. Nobody comes in. Nobody disturbs you. Then if you want company,
I don't need a call. I want company when we go outside. We go for drinks.
I don't like going out too often.
You don't like going out
too often. I rather just stay indoors.
Come to my flat. Let's chill and drink.
People
but after that, you go.
Yeah, that is cool. But
I don't need you.
So I think that as a young adult, it's good to have a flatmate. Yeah. I read a story somewhere of when some dude died in his apartment and he wasn't found till like I think over a month, because obviously he doesn't go to work. Yeah, probably works from home or some shit. So he's not required to step out. And then because nobody comes in, he doesn't share the space with anybody. Nobody got to find out until after a very long time. And I think it's really nice to have company. You know, the fun is there.
I would love to have neighbors.
Not neighbors.
I would love to have neighbors, but I wouldn't love to have any flatmate or roommate.
I think flatmates are cool.
I don't know. Everybody with their own preference.
I think it depends on the individual. It depends on the flatmate, because there are some people that are really so cool that it's nice to have them around. And there are some that just suck the living joy out of you.
Yeah. So
I think if you're lucky enough,
I think my decision of not having a flatmate comes from my previous experience.
That's fair.
That is why I've told myself I'm not going to have a flatmate. I'm not going to have a roommate. You know, everybody stay wherever you are. Do your thing. If we want to have maybe hangouts or want to chill and drink, we can do that over somewhere. Or even I can be the host you after the whole thing. You go home, not living with me. And there are advantages and there are disadvantages. But I'll still tell you the truth that the advantages outweighs the disadvantages.
Okay. A more personal question: what are the disadvantages of living with you?
living with me.
Yes, like you or your, what do you think are your personal
I like
inconveniences?
I like my things being the way they are.
I think that's not bad.
It's not when I keep something here, I come, I don't see it
again. The pros and cons of living.
I like
what are the cons?
The cons.
Yes.
The cons of living with me is that I'm a very street person.
Yeah. Okay.
Not street per se, but I'm a very disciplined human being. There are some people that they live with you, they are so messed up, they are dirty,
that's why I say the experience, like you said, the experience.
So okay, let me share my experience with you of living. There's this guy, we used to live together. This guy was dirty. He smokes. Like, he can literally wake up in the middle of the night to smoke. So the whole aroma of cigarettes and all that is all up in your nose, all up in your space.
Did you know he smoked before you?
I didn't know he smoked. I asked him all this. He said he doesn't smoke.
Okay, so I think if he says he doesn't smoke, start smoking. It's something you need to like put out there, like, oh.
We quarreled, I had to back out of the house and leave the house for him because he got to a point. I told him to move, leave the pack out. He said he's not going anywhere. You know, there are some people that are after your life like this.
Well, in that case, he fights to the death. The winner takes the house.
He smokes. He brings in women. He is dirty.
He brings in women.
He brings in a lot of women. You know, every day you are having different. That shouldn't be fun. That shouldn't be fun. That shouldn't be
I can understand how inconvenient.
So that was very inconvenient.
But aside that, if you're lucky enough to,
if you're lucky enough,
I think the experience will be worth it.
But I've not been lucky. That's why I said I don't want a flatmate.
Would you rather be lucky?
It depends on. It depends on.
I'm lucky enough to have like cool flatmates, and I think those years were like one of the best years.
One of the best years of your years.
Fun. I got my space. If I needed space, I got my space. If I needed the company, I got the company. So it was, like I said, the best of both worlds. So I think, in summary, to each his own. Yes, everybody should just do what works for them.
Everybody should do what works for them. So I don't think, to me,
if
I don't want to have a flatmate.
I'll finish on the food.
Food is not, to me, food is not a problem.
Food is not an issue.
Food is not a problem. But when you are not contributing or imputing into there are some flatmates that are parasitic. You know, they just come and suck and suck. There's no addition to your life.
That is not a flatmate. That is someone. That is a liability. Yeah. A flatmate, there is shared independence. There is mutual independence in the sense that everybody has their own shit going on, and it shouldn't interfere. One shouldn't interfere in the personal.
Imagine having a flatmate. Yeah, you are in your own room. His own room is the other side. Then you have a central place, and the central place is always dirty. Every time you are the one always cleaning.
Like I said, you're just focusing on. I think your experiences, your traumatic experiences, have made you think that everybody is bad. There are good people. I know there are good people out there, but I don't want to do that test run again. You get? So that's why I've always said,
yeah.
All right.